direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. The cleanliness in life is gone. It's only vice and corruption that's going on. Staying alive, trying to survive. That is how it is today. So as you go along your way, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go, when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning to the world. What's up, people? Claude Abraham, Miriam, Alban Harris, Deborah LeBoden, Sherman Jeremiah. Top of the morning to you guys. Thank you so very much for locking it down pretty early with us. Online, yeah. All the online listeners, top of the morning to you. Terrestrial listeners, not as yet. I may have some information, I hope I do, for you guys today.
Sponsor of many cultural activities within the Trial State of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carriacou. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carriacou and Petite Martinique Carnival, the Carriacou String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Become a leak finder. Check for leaks in and around your home. Common places for leaks in the home are kitchen pipes, below kitchen sinks, shower heads, bathroom faucets, toilet tanks, and laundry rooms. One drip every second adds up to 5 gallons per day.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, G-Cruise Project.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Yeah, good morning again. And I'm gonna speak directly to the folks who usually listening to 91.5. You guys can't even do some call and say, yo, 91.5 is on. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you guys are like that. Come on. The people in Birch Grove should be hearing 91.5. Some folks in St. Andrew, and definitely the folks who used to listen to, wherever you are and used to listen to 91.5. you should be getting that signal at this particular point in time. I was just informed a short while ago by the engineer that he did put it on yesterday. You guys ain't call, man.
Gotta be careful, careful.
That's something nice. Baltimore. Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia checked in already. Yeah, do I have any guests today? Yeah, I'm expecting a guest this morning. Who is it? Wait and see now, man. Yes, so
We have to prepare
you gotta wait. If you don't wait, then you wouldn't know, would you?
life without fear. Greed and jealousy.
Adrian Watts, good morning. What's up,
You have to
family?
in that jungle out there.
Janet Bennett. Good morning to Ann Andrews also. Errol Bonaparte in Sherman Jeremiah. Come on, hit the like button, you know that.
How you move when you move it. Which direction you going. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
I'm supposed to have a guest with me this morning. However, see, so hence the reason why I don't want to. I want to take the conversation in a particular direction, and when the guests come, we have to go in another direction. So I'm trying to kind of slow it down. I will try to have the weather report for you today. Yeah, I'll do my utmost to ensure, although all our landlines are down still. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, whatever you do today, I urge you always to be careful, all right?
Where you go when you're walking. What you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Scissors.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Scissors.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Scissors. Scissors. Express your style with Color by Scissors.
Sponsor of many cultural activities within the Trial State of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pritimatini Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Become a leak finder. Check for leaks in and around your home. Common places for leaks in the home are kitchen pipes, below kitchen sinks, shower heads, bathroom faucets, toilet tanks, and laundry rooms. One drip every second, adds up to 5 gallons per day.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, G-Cruise Project.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. How you move when you're moving, which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize.
Morning again.
Only a disguise.
91.5 definitely back on. Yeah, 91.5 is back on. And folks online, those on the YouTube,
How you do it,
top of the morning to you also.
if you do,
So put it this way, we slowly inching back there. Natalia John, good morning to you. Shirley Scarrett, what's up? Lucy Andrew, Red Girl Pascal and Harold Belfon. Earl Benjamin, good morning. What's up people? How everything going? Hey, Nadine Matheson, good morning to you. Back in London. I tried reaching mom this morning, Nadine. I realized I couldn't, but I'll continue to try. Have a wonderful day, Nadine. Yeah, I did tell you this morning, earlier on, I did say to you that I kind of make a little boast that I was going to have a guest. And my guest, he doesn't really disappoint. So he just stayed true to form. Carl Keaton, good morning.
Morning, Guru, what's up?
I'm all right. I give you your props. You just you stay true to form. You don't disappoint.
Nah. Tuesday morning, my intention was to surprise you, but my sleeping pattern since that thing kind of changed.
You need to see a doctor.
No, I'm waking up later than I usually
You
do.
need to see a doctor.
You think so?
Yeah. And mental health.
And that one of the things, Andre, as you touch it with the past event of burial, I liken it to when you say the fear of crime is actually worse than crime itself. The anxiety and everything, although some places persons testify that nothing really didn't happen to them. But the anxiety, the weight, the build up to the event. And to those who suffered, Andre, it's not an easy thing to recover. You might bring food for them. You might build a house for them. But mentally, how strong they would be after an OD like that. Because when you see and listen to persons, what they dealt with during that, who had to, be in bathrooms, under tables, and so forth, it's not an easy thing to just wake up the next morning and recover from.
At all.
And yes, and that is for the adult and also the children, Andre. And a lot of persons been speaking, yes, food, yes, build back, and all that is important. But what are the mental aspect? It's like the question, is it well?
I'm not well mentally.
No.
I know.
Neither do I.
I know I'm not well mentally because, listen, Carl, I looked at this thing, yeah. See, this thing has its benefits of coming in the day and its benefits of coming in the night.
Yeah.
In the night, if it comes and your house gets blown down, you can die.
Yeah.
But if it's in the day, then you can do something because you're able to see. And it came in the day, and I looked at this thing. I eyeballed it. I went outside where I was, and I looked at this thing blowing, Carl, literally killing. And I was like, damn. It's. I don't think I'll ever be the same again after this one. Ivan, it was okay. I was inside of the school helping other people, so that, kind of made my time. Emily, not too bad. But this one, it's like staring a ferocious animal in the face and wondering what that animal is going to do next. Damn. So, how is Anne?
She's good, man. She's good.
Was she up in Union Island or was
Nah,
she down
here.
She's down here.
She was here.
Okay, and what happened in Union Island with the premises?
Well, Union Island, the shop, the roof from the shop caved in and fell on part of the house. So that damaged the runner room and the kitchen area. But the good thing about it, the other downstairs, so persons in the premises could have secured themselves. And there's a lot to give thanks for because, like I say, if Union had 1,000 houses, maybe 4 or 5 escape. And we could say that house was one of the, could be counted in that 5.
Wow. That was hot. That was really hot, Carl.
When you see some pictures of certain places in Union Island, Andre, and knowing those places and seeing them now, it makes you believe that nothing ever was there.
For real?
Like nothing was ever there. Persons who knew Union before, if they come now and see the one, this place like nothing, And persons who go up there for the first time and say, no man, you never had anything, And a few persons I know close enough lost everything. When I say everything, maybe the only thing they escape with the clothes was on them at the time. That is some of the situations and things you're hearing from the Union and those little islands right around there. Because when you was in the premises in Union and you look across, you see Carriacou just there, you see Pity Matnik just there, you see Palm Island and them just there. So it's like 1 yard. And the eye, as you see, front lash, back lash. So they really suffered in terms of that. It is amazing, and one has to give thanks to the Ancient of Days for the minimal number of deaths, Andre.
Yeah.
We didn't have this kind of level of,
Let me send a message to your boy Gates.
Yeah?
Let me send a message. Gates, check your email. The Gates at live.ca. Check that email, Gates. Check that email.
Igwe.
Yeah, I think he's.
So you say 95.5 up?
91.5, yeah.
91.5. And what area does it encompass?
Well, that's the one in Grande Tang.
So persons in what area might be hearing us now?
Well, Kamiso should be hearing us but she doesn't really listen on the radio again. Yeah. She listens on a thing. And
your guy in Willie Siana, he should be hearing us too.
Who's that? Primus?
Yeah.
Primus should hear. But it's a bit low.
Okay.
So the engineer is going back up there again today, back into Grande Tang again today.
Oh.
This thing is a tedious process.
It is.
It is a tedious process to get back into act. I'm thankful that I'm thankful that we have the internet so we can speak to some people still. But you know what is nice, Carl, is that somebody's saying in Bolio, they hear in loud and clear. That's good, because you should hear in Bolio, Grandans, some places in St. Andrew. Should be hearing.
One name is B.
Yeah. I'm waiting on Gates. Gates, did you see the message that I sent you on the email? He ain't bothering now. Are you running scared?
You sure Gates weak already?
Yeah, man, Gates is up. I know. Yeah, I see him. I see him up here.
Okay.
I can see that he's up. Yeah. So the next one, of course, 91.9. That's our main transmitter.
You'll take some more work.
So,
and your team is 44-2.
West Indies?
Yeah.
Who they playing against?
England. In the home of
Test
cricket Lords, yeah. First test. Jimmy Anderson's final test.
44-2?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
It's how we bowling.
Okay. There's a chap online already.
Yeah.
Let's take him. He's from Canada. Festus, good morning.
Good morning, brother Andrew and Uncle Carl. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Yes, I just calling to let you guys know I'm tuning in from overseas. So
yeah.
I'm hearing you all loud and clear.
Yeah, well, what's her name did say a big shout out to you yesterday.
I heard her, and I would like you to say to her that I heard her, and I'm wishing her the same. She's a very, very intelligent individual. We've been together for a lot of years in here in Canada, and I know we are very, very tight.
Okay.
One question I want to ask, if I could get some help or assistance. I'm trying to get the cricket, the West Indies test match, but I'm tuning in online, and I don't know if I'm not going the right place, getting the right website.
Well, I don't. It will have to be on one of the English sports channel. Try the BBC, or
Sky.
Are you okay? You trying it on a computer?
No, I'm trying it on a phone.
On your phone, okay.
You could get the scores on crickinfo.com, but that's not live. You're just reading the scores as to what's going on.
Oh, but I might be able to
crickinfo.com. Somebody say watch it on Willow.
One ball by ball commentary.
Well, somebody say they're watching it on Willow, so try to get Willow.
Nah, he won't be able to.
Okay. That's right.
Crick, hold on, stay right there. I think I can find something for you. Let me see if that one is going to work. Let me see if that one
is
going to work. No, the one I have is not working either. I don't know what to tell you. You just have, if you have somebody who is internet savvy by you, or somebody might send me a link and I'll share it with you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right then.
For someone watching it on Willow, send the link so we could send it to you.
Willow is a paid kind of service, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. You have to have a special program to get Willow.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So I was speaking to your boy Gates, but now he ain't sleeping.
That's all.
Hold on. Let me see. I was speaking to your boy Gates, but it's like GATEZGRWN21. Oh, I see where I made the mistake. Alright, good. Alright, so Brethren, I sent it to that address that you sent me. So deal with it. Okay, so Carl.
Yeah.
Take me through, before we get down to the real things, take me through, Carl, leaving home, which is like in Grenville, and coming here this morning.
I must say, Andre, since the passage of the system, I hardly went out. And before I get into that, Andre, we were talking. And it's the first time in my life, admittedly, Andre, I felt frustrated.
Frustrated?
Yeah, but with all the happenings, I was literally feeling down. Me, I usually say to myself, once I communicate with the Ancient of Days and rest it at his feet, I worry not. But this system had me worried, Andre.
3 wickets down. 45 for 3.
Yeah. It even affected my appetite. So I more or less, when you feel a little depressed, you stay and so on. So this morning, took the bus. And since I was in progress back, Andre, I realized the handiwork of burial. Because burial move with mostly all the breadfruit tree. Coming, you know that place where they build in the they say some supermarket and gas station? Burial sort of move with most of the breadfruit tree in that area. Then traveling up, look at it, when I reach on the top of Pointsville Hill, Andre, I literally saw somebody walking in Mount Rose, close to the pasture Mount Rose school. And I was like, wow, look, like the person just there. When I passed through Latas, flat, when you pass by Dr. Love area, and Dr. Love lost the shop.
Oh, the shop went?
Well, the roof went, and I understood persons appropriated all what was in the shop. And there was a slide with the pig pen, and he lost the pigs too, so Dr. Love suffered.
Wow.
Yeah, he lost all the pigs and the whole shop, and he said the shop was stocked for Carnival, with the anticipation of Carnival.
Ouch.
Then I saw one of the houses in Latas, one of the Graham people, the roof went. When you're doing some repairs and you just stick off all the galvanized. And coming through the plains area, Latas, wow. Like everything. And when I reach in by the gas station, the whole area, mostly all the trees look like toothpick, Andre. And it was really sad. And we were talking some time ago, and you mentioned that mango sealant. I saw the sealant.
In Canny Road?
Yeah. And I also saw another one close to your friend, right on Maddy's Junction there, Raymond.
Raymond, yeah.
Half of it, Beryl did a half and half. She took one half and she left one half unscathed. And then coming across, just before we meet Popo and you watch across there, it was a serious assault on the vegetation, Andre.
Yeah.
And that is a concern of mine. And even if persons say you want to plant, the level of work you need to clear up fallen trees and things will take some doing, chainsaws and so forth. So that will tell you the whole fact of mental aspect of it. Because if you go to your lands right now and looking to see the amount of trees that fall and knowing what it would take to clear it up is something that will be mentally taxing on you, Andrew.
I've suggested already, Carl, on air here, that what government needs to do is any appeal they're making, while they're going to make appeal for different things, they must include chainsaws in their appeal. Must include that. And then what they need to do, because the effects of the storm is greatly felt in the parish of St. Patrick in relation to vegetation.
Mm-hmm.
So what they need to do, meaning government here, get the chainsaws in. Get the chainsaws in. And you identify individuals. You identify individuals and you form teams.
Yeah, a cadre of teams. Yeah.
Different places. And the team is not coming to Carl land today and then going 2 miles away to Andre's land. No. The team is working that way.
Yeah. When you leave Carl land, it's supposed to be well done.
Yeah. When you finish Carl land, and you go to the property right next to Carl land. That's it. That's how you move. That's how it's gonna move.
No selective
No
working.
selective way. The only selection is where you start.
Yes.
And then you move as a team. Maybe 2 chainsaws to a team. All right, 2 persons with chainsaws to a team, and they're cutting the logs manageable so that the others behind could do so and pack it up in a particular way.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first thing to be done. Once you clean up the lands, then the persons who own the lands, they can decide now how they're doing and what they're doing, and planting back will be a better thing for everybody. That is what. So chainsaws definitely should be the order of the day at this particular time. Chainsaws should be the order of the day.
The thing I will see, and Andre, we will see the seriousness of this administration as it relates to agriculture. Because too often we hear fancy talk and we're hearing all kind of talk. Now is the time. All will see how serious this administration is about agriculture. We were speaking Monday, And you alluded to leadership, Andre, in times like now. And leadership does not put the leader in a vacuum. Leadership is like a council of leaders, Andre. Because every area is expected to have leadership, Andre. To the people of St. Patrick, we are patricians, Andre. Our heart goes out to the people of Carrico and Petit Martinique, yes, and we agree and we understand. But it feels like the people of St. Patrick's is being slighted, Andre. And I say that without reservation, and I'm not apologizing. Because the general feeling of persons in the most affected areas of St. Patrick's is a feeling that they are forgotten. And we're on the mainland, Andre. And it is sad for persons to feel so. Because even with perception, Andre, it is greater than reality in many instances. And for persons who are affected to feel that way, it is not a good way to feel, Andre. In recent days, I've seen persons say they're bringing in some hampers and so on, which is a good thing, Andre. But we still come back to the mental aspect of things, Andre. How are we preparing those persons to cope going forward, Andre? Bearing in mind, and we don't wish that. And as my grandmother used to say, God forbid, we all in, Andre. Unprecedented in our lifetime, June hurricanes. And it puts a lot of things into perspective, Andre. And, persons must understand. And I hinged and will speak a bit about leadership, Andre. And we here on Real FM always be true to form and say leadership matters, because that is things we spoke about, and we don't just saying that now because of the hurricane, Andre. In the last budget, Andre, we spoke of same things and how it could affect the nation going forward. The gist of the last budget, Andre, was 35% of the budget was for recurrent expenditures. That means something they have to pay every month. Monies they have to find every month. And only 8% of the budget was geared at capital projects where you make your money, Andre. So what it means, 8% of the budget was geared at making money, and we don't see those capital projects. And then 35% of what you would make is for recurrent expenditure. That means something you have to pay every time. And we spoke about that, and persons say, oh, we making noise. Lo and behold, Andre, 2 days after the passage of burial, the Honorable Prime Minister was heard making some bleak predictions about the national economy and the national economy and our servicing of the debt, Andre.
I have a surprise for you, Carl.
Yeah, let me do it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, let me do it.
You sure you want the
surprise?
surprise? Okay, if you say you want the surprise, I am not one to hold back on people.
After burial, nothing surprises me.
Nothing surprises
Nah.
me. Oh, okay. Well, there's your boy. There's your boy. You can watch him here. See your boy there.
Igwe.
Good morning, Gates.
Morning.
Hold on.
Igwe.
Igwe.
Morning. Yes.
A man from America called me.
Yes.
And he said he does listen to the program. And he said the best part of the program, he like when Massacre and telling Igwe, stay with me.
Yes, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Stay with me, Igwe.
Stay with me.
What's up?
I'm out by the by where they're fixing the bridge.
Oh yeah, and there's a bit of a bother there right now. The bridge area.
I don't know how they making it without Ivan.
Can you show us? Is it possible for you to show us?
I'm trying to figure out how to change to the back.
Well, you could just turn it around the other way.
Turn
it around the other way.
Let me go closer.
Yeah, go closer to the area. And folks, in case you're wondering where that bridge is, that is the Bonnet Bridge, which links the Bonnet Main Road to the schools, the two schools that are there, the Victoria School for Special Education and the Bonnet Government School. So that is the area. Igor, that's a bridge. Is that on land or what? Well, not on land, but okay, I'm seeing now. Did the river do that? Did the river do that?
Yeah. The river break it out.
Wow. So are they attempting to start some sort of a work this morning?
Yeah, the guys are there, and the guys are there, and I guess they start soon.
Oh, so the job has become a bigger job for them now.
Well, you would call it double work.
Double work. So does that mean
that's all the passage we have?
So is that area is that the main road?
That's the main road going up to Diamond.
Okay, so the road to Diamond, you cannot use that road to Diamond, which is close to the school. You can't use that road at all, but for driving.
No. You have to go around and come around.
Okay. That is bad. That is really bad right there. That is really, really bad. So, did Victoria suffer a lot of damage?
Well, couple of my friends. We're gonna fix one this morning, and then we fix most of them during the course of the week already.
Okay. Now, your house, no damage.
Just one galvanized on the left side, but small things.
Small things. Okay. So today y'all going off to help another brother or another sister? Who is it?
Our brother in Coast Guard. His whole roof went off.
Oh, his whole roof went off. All right. Well, Carl did not suffer anything. Carl told me he sat in his veranda and drank wine while this thing was going on. What did you do, Igwe, when it was happening?
Well, when I see the things start to get serious, I called everybody, and I went to the school with them.
Oh, you went to the school?
Yeah, I didn't take any chances, man. I never seen chances, man. I never seen him do that before.
I actually call Igwe and he will tell me they need shelter in the school.
Okay. Yeah. So you were scared. Yeah. You were scared. Admit it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I terrified. I never seen the wind suckle before, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know that you're out doing your bit and you can make sure when you go out today. Make sure when you go out today to help, you wear the Real FM T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Make sure Make sure you wear that Real FM t-shirt when you go out so people know that it's Real FM you're representing there. Make sure you do that. But nice of you to check in. I guess yourself and Carl will be together, what, on Friday?
Well, yeah, once we back up on running, yes.
Well, 91.5 is up.
Oh, Jay did it.
Yeah, he did it. And he linked it with internet.
Internet, right? Yes.
So 91.5, definitely that's up. So we await 91.9, but 91.5, and then somebody message and say yes, they're hearing loud and clear in the Bolio area. So that means we're good with 91.5. Some folks in Grenville, in St. Andrew, should be able to hear us, and of course St. George, they should.
St. David's.
Some folks in St. David's should be able to hear us also. But so I guess you and your brethren, you two lovers back together again.
Stay with me, Igwe.
Stay with me. You know that could be on a t-shirt. You know, stay with me. Hey, by the way, a personal question here. How is Super Cat?
Well, I'm gonna go meet him right now. The whole project.
Well, Super Cat is the main guy.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, you know the thing is, I know that Super Cat's house got damaged and he put the roof back. But it's good to see someone who has challenges for himself but still helping others.
Yeah, and the roof is not too proper. Material to make it better. It'll work for now.
It will work for now. Hey man, Gates, thank you very much for checking in, and I'll see you on Friday, as you say. Carl will see you here on Friday.
He go stay.
I tell you that was the first thing the man say. Stay with me, Igwe.
Anyway, take care of yourself and thanks again. All right, one love.
All right, later guys.
Okay, good, right. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com.
But Andre, your phone went down early during the ordeal?
During the ordeal? Did my phone go down early? No, not really. What happened? What happened was during the storm, I spoke to Jenny Simon, and Jenny told me she's drinking wine and chilling. And while I taking a beating, Jenny was drinking wine and chilling. But did it really go down early? I don't think so. It just went. The service just went after a while and came back and then went again. But nonetheless, we're here. This is real. 2 minutes after 8 o'clock call. We can take a break and come right back.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression.
Color by Sissy. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price. And they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made.
Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726.
Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made.
Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726.
Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful when you talk, when you say what you're doing, when you're whatever. You just gotta be careful. I'm very careful. I got my brethren here with me this morning. Carl, listen. I'm treading very carefully. However, I get the feeling that the government does not want me to tread carefully because they continue to do so many different things at this particular point in time. But we have a call from a friend of yours. Let's take that call. Teresa, good morning. How are you doing this morning, Teresa?
Thank God I get you at last.
How are you?
Morning to Grenada, Carl Kupiti Matnik, Miss Madison, good morning, Andre. Carl and Dewey, morning. I'm calling your radio and something man telling me the number is correct, but I have to check my number. All morning, you know, who are to call?
No, the landlines are not working.
Yeah, well, I didn't know.
Yeah, they're not working.
I couldn't get you all over the past few days, and then a lot of problem with flow. I can't see nothing on my TV.
Oh,
and
boy.
I pay them. If I didn't know, I wouldn't go and pay them. And I hold my money and eat it.
I know.
No, serious, Mr. Donald.
I understand.
Nothing I can see. Nothing I can see.
Uh-huh.
I go into them, but send somebody to check the lines now. Hey, nothing. Yeah, good morning to everybody. Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear your voice. And Mr. Carl, Good morning. And everybody in Trinidad, Caribbean, Pity Madney. What saying, Mr. Donald? My sympathy goes for the people in Carriacou. But you have people on the mainland that suffering. They don't check in on the people on the mainland. You have hungry people here. You have people that lose their galvanized and they lie to. A man that was there on a Carriacou boat. I watching him saying, don't come and bring no food again, give them. So he said there are enough food of the church cooking, people cooking, and they don't have a place to put like the meat and what's not. He said what they want is the little roof go up. And you have people in Grenada that are hungry, so feed them people down here too. Feed them people down here because Caribou people say they don't want no food. All they want is board and galvanize and put back up the little house. They are hungry. So feed them people down here. Anyhow, all you have a good day. I'm glad I get you. Well, my son had just called. Because I don't know about this phone with it. I don't know about these young people alone that know that. And I just tell him, well, you laughing. I got old school. And you don't know that. You run morning, darling, morning. Morning, sweetheart, wherever you day, morning, and take care. Are they struggling in Grenada? We catch you royal right now. Anyhow, Mr. Watts, good morning, and Patricia Atta, good morning. And morning to everybody in Sutters and Chantimel. Fly, good morning. Andre Donald, have a good day.
Thank you, darling.
And green pick for me. I don't have porridge and I tired it rice.
Sweetheart, that is something, provision is something that is going to be scarce as gold in Grenada right now.
I tired it rice.
Yeah, I know.
Fly, give me 2 Grenada green pick, boy, you done already.
Yeah.
All you good there, I'm going in the city now.
All right, take care, my darling.
I'm going on see what's going on.
Good, Cammy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.andredonald and Carl Caton. Do we call it Political Wednesday or we call it Wednesday After Burial?
By any name is the same thing. You were saying you wanted to be cautious, but the powers that be don't allowing you to do. They giving you reasons not to be.
But it's simple. It's because they continue to make Mawet. Do you understand? They continue to practice Manje Popot. That's what continues to happen. When the gentleman that Kami just spoke about, who did a live or was interviewed in Pity Martinique, and he's saying that, hey, don't bring food. There is too much food on the island. Didn't you see that?
Yeah.
There's too much food on the island. So which tells me that the coordination by NADMA is not good.
So in conversation with a gentleman yesterday, an elder guy, and the whole thing came up about Pity Martinique Carriacou in terms of distribution and food. And I say, Massacre, let me tell you something. If you give hungry people food to share, they go eat first. All I ask him on that mean, tell me I big enough figure it out. So asking you that question, you could unfold that?
That easy to do.
And how are you getting it?
I don't know how you're getting it. What the guy simply means is this, that there are those within NADMA, who are there to benefit themselves. That's what he means. So they will take. Watch.
So even in a disaster, we still have nepotism?
Let me tell you something, Carl. Hurricane Ivan here, I didn't have a vehicle, right? So I was riding with a gentleman. What's his name? Pilot.
Yeah.
I was riding
with
Pilot.
Good decoration and things.
Right. I was riding with Pilot, and Pilot picked me up, and we picked up another lady whose name I will not mention, picked up the lady, and we went into SSU camp.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing about going to SSU camp was trying to get stuff for the people in St. Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady who was with us, well, I saw her, sorting things. I assumed that she was putting like clothes and things together for the same purpose.
Yeah.
I thought that, because she went with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to organize food, and Pilot was doing other things, and she was doing clothes. I'm like, okay, fine, because a lot of clothes is coming in from abroad, right? Used clothing and stuff, and accessories. And it wasn't until after the fact, when things cooled down, it wasn't until then that I realized that the young lady who was with us did not choose anything for anybody. She chose for herself, Carl.
So, self-preservation is the first rule of nature.
What was the statement the guy made again to you?
You see, if you give hungry people food to share, they go eat first.
And that's it. That's why I wouldn't call her name. She was hungry, so she ate first. But I can't call her name.
Nah, don't call her name.
No, I can't call her name at all. I will never call her name. But that was the situation then, and that is what is happening now. Let me tell you something. And I am very, very careful about coming up with people who are affiliated to the National Democratic Congress. And one of the biggest supporters of the National Democratic Congress, Carl, is the person now who is in charge of NADMA.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go and you look into their file photos, you will see him up front and center and dressed in yellow and thing and sporting and
full regalia.
Full regalia. You will see him. And like me, Carl, nobody would ever see me. They would know that I support. But they ain't seeing me in full regalia like that.
Nah.
I have NNP t-shirts and I have them home. If I feel to put on one in my yard, in my own space, that is my business. Do you understand? But you're not really going to see me sporting. I am short legs. Wife did a nice long sleeve for me, Carl. I've never worn it. Not yet. I'll probably put it on in my yard space one day. Now, I say all this to say, yes, my word, you will hear me say that I support the new National Party. You will hear me say that. And if you want to judge me by that, then by all means, judge me by that. But when you do so and you put on your regalia and you're front and center, and then you land a job, if the NNP wins, and Carl, they offer me, let's say they offer me, and they figure that I'm good enough, and they offer me to the opportunity to lead GIS. I don't want it. In as much as I can do it, I don't want it. Because people are going to say, perception is going to be what? No. So
work
rather
for
than
the
fear,
boys.
yeah, work for the boys. Rather than fear, no. I will continue here at Real FM, and let us say that their board of directors, for instance, at GIS, whatever, and I can make a contribution, fine.
Yeah.
But I will not take a front and center job. And that is why when you advance yourself educationally, when you advance yourself, you have to be very careful as to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mr. Walters, Dr. Walters, he is. Dr. Terence Walters. I've known him for years. Not as doctor because he's just recently got his doctorate, but I've known him for years. And to what happens now with him putting out that, hey, I am this. Now I'm proud of him, but with him putting out that, let us do so and look at when the Congress loses the next election. If he is removed from that position, would you call it victimization?
No, you see, in Western style democracy, Andre, one has to understand positions like these and the fact that he was in full regalia, which is his right. Should the Congress lose the next election, he has to do the honorable thing and tender his resignation. So you don't have to have no ambiguities and no cry of victimization and thing, because he knows, as well as the populace, where he stands. Now, in a lot of instances, an establishment, and when you have change of government, Andre, change of personnel in certain position is inevitably going to happen. Now, if you move in somebody based on the presumption of their political knowing or leanings, that's what is bad. But in certain heads of department like the RGPF, if the Prime Minister is not comfortable, because you see, that daily problem comes in, Andre, when you open yourself and being in full regalia, it makes it impossible or difficult for somebody to trust you. Because they go always feel, and they award this present administration like sabotage. Because you don't want to have somebody in a particular position where you don't have full confidence in them. And that particular situation we're talking about, would you, as a next government, have full confidence in this gentleman, knowing he always, because he made it known to the world, he didn't must do it, although he agrees he's right so to do. But he made it known.
I've also picked up, Carl, that the gentleman was shortlisted to be a candidate in that constituency in St. George Southeast.
Yeah.
He was shortlisted, to be the candidate.
And there lies the problem, or there lies the confusion. And I guess the Prime Minister presently understood the problems we'd have, because he made the pronouncement and say conflict of interest could be managed. Because he knew many persons who had offered themselves as candidates and did not get through, places would have to be given to them within the setup of governance. And he knew the questions would be asked. So you see, all he could manage conflict of interest. Because he knew then a lot of the things would have been conflict of interest.
Yeah.
And that is the problem in Carriacou presently, as reported. Most persons who are in those positions to dispense assistance is practicing what you call selective assistance. By that I mean, is who they know. Although it is said you have a lot of food, but you still find persons in enclaves of 20-something persons saying they don't get in nothing still. Because you are selective setting up, because the persons does not realize. You see, the problem this present administration has, they're not able to cipher or to find the difference between party and government. Party, you could practice whatsoever nepotism you want, they are matter for you. But not government owned.
Not when consolidated funds are being used. You can't do that. You just can't do that. It is.
Andre.
And just
Andre.
I want to let folks know something. Yeah, you'll hear me taking deep breaths and whatever, but I believe that this thing is still in my brain. Yeah, this hurricane thing is still muddling around. Anyway, let's go. What's
Andre, I tell you, I pride myself on being a guy who does not let external things affect me. But this one did.
Yeah.
And persons who close to me know this one affected me. I don't know, for some reason, it get to me. So asking myself the question, Masaka, like, you get soft. Why you don't pull yourself? Andre. Of the people of Grenada ought not to be used for selective assistance. Because if NADMA is collecting resources on behalf of the people and government of Grenada, the government of Grenada is all of us. So selective assistance, Andre, ought not to be part. But you see, the problem is something we've been saying a very long time, Andre. When you become comfortable with something, you don't see it as a problem anymore. So let me just backtrack a bit. And I'm saying this thing, and I know people talking about politics. Today is Political Wednesday. Now, this government came into office, and the first things we heard, Andre, was an assault on the workers of Carriacou. And not we alone not say that. The union agree, them agree, the opposition, everybody agree. And nothing was done, Andre. Even when the union tried to have a meeting with the PS decided just do meeting with them. So they became comfortable, Andre, doing stupidness. And he had no repercussions. The Prime Minister never see it fit. The Attorney General was pleased. They say, take the matter to court. They set up a problem in Carriacou. So now all what you're hearing is a result of what happened then. Because the people now believe we could do anything and get away. We could don't give who we want. We could say this, that. And there's nobody there.
Here's something I'd like to do and bring you up to speed with. Yeah. Our good friend. And she's never afraid to speak up, I know that. And her daughter is speaking up for her now because she's not able to get through with us. But her daughter is who got the hurricane in Carriacou, but is now in England. She's speaking up, and she said, let me read this. She has two things, and I'm going to read them both. Mom said, there's too much food. There's a need for power.
And
you know that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
It'll take some time.
That one thing you must have patience with.
And also manpower to put tarpaulin on the roofs.
Yeah.
The aid and assistance is unorganized, to use the person's direct words. That's one statement.
Well, they endorse what I just said.
Yeah. Listen to the other one. From what I saw, because remember I said the person was in Carriacou, eh? From what I saw when I was in Carriacou, the aid and assistance is being done on a partisan basis when this is not the time for politics.
When you listen the parliamentary representative for Carriacou speak, he more or less alluding to the fact that going on because he say he have issues. And when
I want us to get it, eh?
When he spoke to his political father and admit he under pressure.
Let me tell you something. And I want us to start looking for that clip. Some time ago, Mr. Minister Tevin Andrews, who is responsible for Carriacou and Peter Martinique affairs, he made the bold statement and said, Carl, he has to
You're
ensure.
preempting me.
He has to ensure that his people are
Because he wants to
taken
win next
care
time.
of first because he wants to win again.
Ian, where are they in Karaku?
I see.
That Ian Woods too, you know.
Who's Ian?
Django.
Oh, he said so too?
Yeah. In conversation, he like to say you have to look after people first. Because you want to win. You see, and that is the template. Because when the rep says things like that, and he feel proud to be called the hatchet man, there lies the problem, Andre. And people might want to think, and they say now is not time for politics. Joke they're making. Now is not time because it's favorable to them. So, Andre, you cannot use in the state resources. If it's yours, Andre, you could give who you want. But once it's the state resources, and once NADMA go in and ask for things in the name of Grenada, you can't be selective.
NADMA was doing something, and I hope and pray that they have changed. What they're doing, Carl, is that they were saying everything that comes to Karaku in relation to aid has to go through them. I know for a fact one person went to St. George's and spent over $2,000, Carl, to purchase things for relatives in Karaku. When that person got to the port and they were paying, they say, yo, no, that thing had to go to NADMA. And the person flipped and said, you must be crazy. I can't spend my money and then just give it to NADMA. And I hope and pray that has since changed, that they have sought to look at this differently. Because I can't spend money to buy the stuff, spend money to ship it, and it goes into a warehouse belonging to NADMA. And then, what was the statement you made earlier on?
If you give hungry men food to share, they go eat first.
They go eat first.
Now you see, the problem in Karaku, those people became so comfortable doing stupidness and nobody was telling them about it, Andre. So, you have something you say, once you do it for a long time, it becomes right. And there are certain things you say that have been there from time immemorial, so you accept it, you have a tolerance for it, Andre. And the other issue I think I should touch, the Finance Management Act and the National Transformation Fund regulation. The new National Party, in recognition after Ivan and so on, that this thing is a recurring thing in terms of disasters. So they put certain measures in place. And you always hear Gregory Bowen. According to Mr. Wildman, Gregory Bowen. You know, to say Bowen, it's a Bowen. That if something should happen to Grenada like what happened with Burial, Grenada would be in a good position for the next 6 months. You always used to hear him say that. And we never took this thing serious, Andre. So the Prime Minister, they ask him how much money are there in the transformation fund, and he tell them he can't tell them no. You see, he was unable to disclose the amount of money. But I think that is something you should know. Because he's a man of pride himself on knowing everything. He just come across like Mr. Know-It-All. When I hear he say he don't know, I was surprised. That's the first thing I heard the Prime Minister admit he don't know. You know. And that to tell you leadership, Andre. Because if you're going around hopscotching all institutions, begging for a stay on paying debt, asking for things, and you don't know how much money in the transformation fund, that's something do right, Andre. That don't smell good. I started off by saying, since the national budget, I had my concerns, Andre. 35% of the budget was simply recurring. I mean, when you say recurring, you have to pay that every month. And only 8% for capital. And people who really know, is ordinary rustic breed, Andre. We street people. But people who really know, no capital projects drive the economy. So all the old talk we used to hear of how the economy good and it's solid and CBI, but we don't see in the empirical evidence. With the eye test. You're a guy you know, you've been around a while. You know the eye test, what is it?
As they say in science, the litmus test.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you cannot see it, it's hard. So, they asked the Prime Minister that. And Section 22 of the Act established the fund, or a percentage from the same CBI. You know.
Well, the Prime Minister is just playing, he's just manje papa. And I'll explain to you why I say that, Carl. You, meaning the Prime Minister, you're the most recent or past finance ministers. So you have an idea. You must have an idea of what is there. So if when you left the Ministry of Finance, you know that the fund was at 100 million, you could have said to the reporter, look, when I left there, it was about 100 million.
Yeah.
I gather that by now, some more will be added. An exact figure I can't give. But I know when I left there, I left 100 million. And to come and give this hogwash about he don't know, he can't answer, Carl, because if he answers, it will show the depletion of the funds. That is what is the problem, you know. It's not he doesn't know. He knows. But it is how deeply the funds have been depleted.
Not depleted. I'm using a word what they are custom with.
Which is?
And are borrowing from Tillman Town. They plunder the resources of the country. So, Andre, listen this. The legislation simply state, Andre, the contingencies fund shall be used solely for urgent and unforeseen expenditures arising from emergency situations for which payment cannot be postponed until the passage of a supplementary budget. So we will see a supplementary budget soon, Andre. But the contingency fund, if, Andre, it was managed prudently, the fallout with that, they should have just go to the fund because it's an emergency.
Let me just read an extract from something written by Linda Straker. Good morning, Linda. I trust you're able to listen to us this morning. And she quoted the words of the Prime Minister. I cannot give an exact figure. My briefing from the Ministry of Finance indicates that in relation to the National Transformation Fund, it is in excess of 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot give you the figure in relation to the contingency fund, but I can endeavor to get a brief from the Ministry of Finance and provide a response on that.
Andre, listen what I just reading. Mm-hmm. And me and you saying almost the same thing. Mm-hmm. The contingency fund shall be used solely for urgent and unforeseen expenditures arising from emergency situation for which payment cannot be postponed until the passage of another supplementary budget. We saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. Mutatus mutandis, one and the same. But you realize, read that again and let me break down the language of that. Read it again.
And let's go to it again. You mean that same quote?
Read what he just, yeah, the Prime Minister.
Yeah. I cannot give you an exact figure. My briefing from the Ministry of Finance indicates that in relation to the National Transformation Fund.
Hold it. You know how, you see,
you know what he
you know how the National Transformation Fund.
Yeah. That's easy.
Because that has to do with CBI and all that. You know about that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the money was also going to contingency for the 2%.
You don't know.
You realize he skillfully
dodgy
evade that part. Because that the one that applies now. That the contingency fund what applies now.
Yeah, applies
so
now.
He skillfully evade it.
Yeah, so he threw the 30 million. So you can say, wow.
But
Transformation has that.
But the nitty gritty, the guate.
The 2% that had to go there.
Yeah, the guate.
Because 2%, could somebody help me please? How many $billion?
They say 1 billion in 23 months.
23 months. Give me 2% of $1 billion. I'm not very good at maths. Somebody who is listening must be good at maths.
Listen.
You can call on 442-0175. That's WhatsApp. Or you can put it on the chat, meaning on the YouTube chat. 2% of, what again, Carl?
$1 billion.
$1 billion. I'd really like to know what figure is that. 2% of $1 billion. Somebody could do that. Yes, Carl, you were saying.
So he skillfully evade that part. And then you hear people saying he take out a few PTA and die leadership. Yes, yeah, leadership. Leadership in Manje Port. Because this guy always feel the Ghanaian public gullible. You know? He never stopped believing he could just pull the wool over the people I just saw, you know. Andre Dana. Andre, you go, man.
I ain't going, Carl.
Stay with me, man.
I ain't go, Virgin. Now, this is very interesting, Carl. You know I ain't know the maths too well, but I could use the computer a little bit, yeah? 2%, Carl Caton, of $1 billion is just 20 million.
20 mil.
20 million? But he know 30 million is in there, but the 20 million that he's supposed to know.
He know the 20 though day.
He know it.
And if he know now, if he call any figure, he'll get corner.
Mm-hmm.
He can't call a figure because he know. He know real FM and go corner him. So he skillfully, because he had briefing with the thing, for he to know the transformation fund.
Yeah, transformation.
He had to have some discussion with finance.
Of course.
So if he there in an emergency, how come he don't find out the contingency fund which ought to deal
which kicks
with
in
him?
one time?
Yes. And we talk about management and leadership. That's why we just say, Andre. And that's you see, the thing I was we saying this thing and I'm fearless because we expect and we want them to challenge us and say it's not so.
Say it's not so.
Read that thing again for people to hear, you know. How the man skillfully evade the real issue.
Yeah. And he tried to cloud people's minds saying, hey, I know about the National Transformation Fund. I know that has 30 million.
Yeah.
But you don't know about something that Parliament passing.
Yeah.
Parliament passed this thing. Yes. You know, Parliament say, yo, this thing must happen. And only 2%, you make $1 billion. So there's supposed to be $20 million they're waiting to spend. As soon as the last breeze would have blown from burial, you're supposed to do something and start to roll that money.
And we being very generous, you know, because the thing say, the Annual Appropriation Act shall approve an amount of public funds not lower than 2% of the total annual domestic revenues as estimated in the approved budget for the next fiscal year to be paid into the contingencies fund. Section 22 of the Public Finance Management Act. You see, they want to be a legislative government and pass all kind of legislation. But when it matters most, they just have temporary amnesia. So the Prime Minister was suffering from temporary amnesia. Because he know about the transformation, but the contingency, which is the one now, he don't know. Skillfully, well, let me give him that he skillfully meander around it.
Like third world, not third world, how you call them? Not reggae group, not Steel Pulse, not third world, culture.
Culture.
Play skillfully on your harp, you know,
Yes,
that's all.
yes.
Play skillfully. We have a call online. Let's see who that person is and how we can help them this morning. Hello, good morning.
Andre, good morning. Master Carl, good morning.
Hey.
Well, Andre, I find you asking for a lot. You want 2% of $1 billion? You're talking about a lot of money there, you know?
We don't asking for that. Daddy legislation say.
yeah, what I say, that is 2 million you're asking for it.
No, 20 million, not 20 million. We're not asking for a lot. That's 20 million that belongs. It belongs where it belongs. Show us. Tell us about it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, gentlemen, sometimes I listen to issues that pertain to us here in the liquor spice aisle, and I'm wondering sometimes when I hear some people making some statements like the MP in Carriacou and things like that. You ask what is needed urgently for the survival of our people, and you're making a statement, anything for the survival of people. What is anything? I mean, sometimes we have to be more understanding and more preoccupied with things that is wrong affiliated to us. Again, I think we have to look and see carefully how they arrange their affairs, because I got calls from friends in Carriacou and other places, and they said sometimes they are the last set of people to be reached, and they need help elsewhere. And when I hear statements like some, because of color issues, some people is not being reached because who they support, and they perceive that they support that green, or the red, or they don't support yellow. These are irrelevant in a time of disaster. And I don't like when I hear those statements, because that individual or the individuals that call me tell me because of the nature of who they support and what they said in the past, like they don't bother with them, like they don't even see NADMA truck passing there, you know. And I think it's really bad for us. We in a situation that the country need everyone on board, not just. Let's not play politics with it. We need everyone to build back and to develop this country, you know. I just thought I could mention that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Andrew, let me dive deeper again.
Hold on, I want to help you dive deeper, because I just got a message here from someone, and the person says, "Morning. Instead of spending from the contingency fund, they are asking multilateral partners to suspend the debt payments.
Yes.
By not paying debt, they have more money to spend and play the arse, A-R-S-E, with. Let people know that these mandatory savings were put in place by the new National Party."
And not only that, you make a statement earlier on, Andre, about when they lose, the burden will be on who come after. And remember, the AG say irreparable damage, you know. Don't forget that statement, and Andre. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, you know. But Andre, let me dive deeper. Section 11 of the National Transformation Fund regulates the board shall establish a contingency fund. That the one you don't know about. As a separate account of the fund in accordance with Section 83F of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, that the one they changed to the Resiliency Act. From the first day of January 2016, at the beginning of every month, 40% of the inflows into the fund from the previous month shall be directed into the contingency fund. However, in January 2023, during a special sitting of Parliament, the government changed it to 10. That's why you can't talk about it. Because what's how to happen? The amount of money I so good don't go in. That's why you don't know how much. Not you don't know. You don't want to give us the true picture. And every time we get an opportunity for the Prime Minister to present himself as trustworthy, he's trying to bullshit the people. And they don't want us to pack all that in.
somebody reminded me that when this bill was passed, people like Nazim and so, as in Nazim V. Burke.
Mm-hmm. Nazim Victor?
Yeah, they spoke heavily against this measure when the bills were debated in Parliament. They spoke against it. However, it is monies that their compatriots are dipping into, and they have dipped into. They probably spent it all because they didn't expect any hurricane to come. They didn't cater for that. They didn't cater for boots on the ground in a hurricane. And now the shit hit the fan. Ha! Glory, hallelujah.
But Andre,
Mm-hmm.
street people say, the 530 million they boast that, they say Dr. Keith Mitchell was a wicked guy. All that money was there.
Yeah.
And he don't pay pension. And look, they just come. They whine, they carry on. And they
do things.
They plunder the resources of the country. Because they didn't realize, you understand this one. The reason why the Prime Minister cannot talk about the contingency fund, this thing has been plundered. Because the 40% of money that had to go into it, this money has been plundered, Andre. And you hear, they had the audacity to blame the metropolitan countries for the cause of the hurricane, or climate this and climate that.
They jump on the climate.
And they get 100 million they boast about from the Saudis. With that money.
With that money.
They get 533 million. Let's do little maths, Andre. 100 million US is about 270 million, you see? 530. There are 800 million. Nearly $1 billion in less than 2 years. What happened to that money?
Where the money go? Why do it?
So you have to be begging everybody now. And the contingency fund, because from the transformation fund, Andre, a part has to go into the contingency fund. But you remember the number of the transformation fund. But you can't remember the contingency fund. And that's the one that applies and important now. Why I'm scared of tongue now, Andre?
Just like to let folks know that you need to hit the like button, because we're hoping to get at least 150 likes today. Carl, you send the numbers to the roof here, about 340 there, about 339, 340 persons viewing on YouTube. And we just want to get to 100 likes. Come on, folks, we had 86 likes already. What happened to y'all this morning? Come on, don't do that. Master Carl is here.
And Andre, that's the kind of issues we must discuss, or the governance of the country. Because days after, and you just read the thing there. Days after the passage, you hear the Prime Minister start to talk about the economy, this, and they can't pay debt. One constituency. And we're not gluten here, we're sorry. I tell you, I'm still traumatized. But one constituency go down, your main revenue collecting areas up and running.
Yeah, the port is running. The airport is good.
But you're saying now about debt restructuring because you want to use a set of money. You want to use the same money to play the ARSC again. And we must sit idly by and I'll say, let that happen and say, don't talk about it. How we could don't talk about them things and them?
A gentleman said to me, the seat of government was destroyed during Ivan.
Yes.
And Keith Mitchell had to pull it together.
Yes.
Put it together and put things back in place because Ivan ravaged the entire country. Burial ravaged the country, yes. The northern part and Carriacou and PD Mark.
Yes.
You've established that. My good friend Jenny Simon was drinking wine. Good morning, Jenny. How you doing? She was drinking wine. Not because there's nothing happening in her area, which means nothing happened. Mr. Prime Minister, did your pool get dirty with leaves? That's the only thing that probably happened to your area down there.
Clog up.
The pool get dirty with leaves. Nothing else happened, sir. Nothing happened at the botanical gardens. Can you tell me if that I'm wrong? So government was able to operate. As a matter of fact, there were a plethora of press conferences that was held. Where were they held? Do you know? At NADMA's
State of the art.
State of the art. Did the National Democratic Congress build that in 2 years? No. It was already there when they got into office. The state of the art. It was already there. And you know how it got, you know how they got it, Carl? Find out about the negotiations that Dr. Keith Mitchell would have made so as to have that available. State of the art. It would take a hurricane traveling about 300 miles per hour, wind speed 300 miles per hour, to blow that down. State of the art. You've got it to use and you're using it, and that's great. That's wonderful. I'm happy that you're using it. However, you must pay homage. You should pay homage. And you should let people know that you did not build this. Yes, government is a continuum. So give government the praise for having that in place. And stop monkeying around until the National Transformation Fund is 30 million. What happened to the other one?
Your news, right?
I would have 9. To. It's 9, and I did not necessarily speak to the team. They're here, so let's see. 1 second, folks. We'll be right back.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit JetBlue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5 on your tickets. Match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Take a moment to consider water today. Leaving the pipe partially open can waste lots of water. Always ensure that the tap is tight. 1 drip every second can add up to 5 gallons per day. Do your part to conserve water today.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, GCRUS project.
Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk? Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk?
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful.
You go when you're walking.
They call him Squatty. I guess the guys in the RGPF. Is that where you got the name Squatty?
Yeah.
Squatty.
I get him. Well, during the RGPF, but he mainly came from Third World Cup. So like say me a simple squad.
Yeah, okay.
Andre, somebody sent me a thing. Now is a good time to reduce the salary and put the funds towards rebuilding. Andre, somebody want you to read that thing again. The last thing the person sent for you. Like playing the ARSE. Andre, don't stay with me.
I'm looking for the thing for you, and as soon as you say that.
Your partner, Christopher Stewart. You know that person?
Yeah, Crystal.
He say good morning.
All right, what is it you want me to read again?
Well, they asking for not to pay debt to take the money and play the beast with the long ass.
Okay, that's a different one. Okay. Instead of spending from the contingency fund, they're asking multilateral partners to suspend the debt payments.
Mm-hmm.
By now, paying debts, they have more. By not paying debts, they have more money to spend and play the ARSE with. Let people know that these mandatory savings were put in place by the new National Party. And Nazim and his gang spoke heavily against these measures when the bills were debated in Parliament.
Case in point. 2 years. No debushing work. All of a sudden, debushing start.
Debushing start?
Yeah. That's the purpose of not paying the debt. To try to fool people and pull a wool over people's eyes to what's really going on. Like the old man tell me, Andre, if you give people food to show you're hungry, and you break it down for me.
Yeah. Everybody call him and ask me, who is the lady? I can't say that, Carl. I can't even tell you, Carl.
No, don't tell me.
No, I can't even tell you.
I don't want to be guilty by knowing.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I can't even tell you that, man.
I don't want, if I see that person for me to watch them funny. And you get your 100 likes.
I get you 100?
You looking so?
Let me just double check now. Wang Yu? 109. Come on, I'm asking for 150. Come on, what? You 109? Carl, you have your 308, you know. I just want 150 likes, yeah. Okay, let's see what. Well.
Tell me.
Okay, let me see if I can follow the trend of this. And Janice Mitchell says, and the Minister for Karakou and PM is Keith Mitchell and the NNP that caused the hurricane. Is she speaking sarcastically here? Or
Andre Donald.
Oh, no.
The morning or the next morning or the hurricane, a gentleman called a particular radio station and sees Keith Mitchell bring the hurricane. Because he want to get back power.
I saw it.
I had the empirical evidence, I just won't think it. But I to tell you the mischief in them people and them. Andre.
Did the Independence Committee have a salary?
Yes, the illegal people are getting a lot of money on that.
So are they still getting paid?
Well, it says for 1 year.
Well, so it means that they have to get paid until February next year?
Yeah.
Wow. But they can give up because there ain't nothing to do right now in relation to independence. There's nothing they could do right now, is there? They could just forget that.
They won't forget that. How they go forget that?
I mean, they won't forget it. Come on, I need to get 150. I'm only at 110. What's up with you guys?
If they forget that, how restorative justice will be completed, Andre? Restorative justice is simply means you're giving people back what you think they was robbed of. You know? And in that case, they feel them people are doing things, so they giving them back. And, Andre, and you see, the issues we're bringing up this morning is nothing about thing. It's not our emotions or what our opinion. It's what it is. Because if the Prime Minister, who pride himself, as he say, he don't like to lose, and to know all knowing the great hope no go, he can't tell us all the contingency fund, because the reason why he don't want to talk about the contingency fund, Section 11 of the National Transformational Fund regulations state that the board shall establish a contingency fund and as a separate account of the fund in accordance with Section 8, subsection 3, subsection F of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which was changed to the Fiscal Responsibility Act. From the first day of January 2016, at the beginning of every month, 40% of the inflows into the fund from the previous month shall be directed into the contingency fund, a separate account. However, in January 2023, that was changed to 10%, Andre. So that is why the Prime Minister is staying away from how much, Andre? And that's what he does. He feel the bright than everybody in Grenada. So every time he comes on, the one who don't have no bearing, he know he's 30 million. But the one that is thing, and as you, the person rightly indicate to you, they just want more money to make stupidness, to make manje pop out, to continue to pay for the boys, Andre, work for the boys.
88 for 6, eh?
Well, they lose 3 weeks quick there by about 80 something, what, 3?
88 for 6. 88? Yeah, 88 for 6.
And Andre, this is something we must educate the Grenadian public about, because you don't want them to go in and ask them people for money and they cannot give an account of the monies. And Andre, listen this. A fortnight ago, or let me say a month ago, they say the IMF was here. But the IMF warned them about a few things which they don't want to say. But the duty bound to speak on the economy now. Because of Beryl. Beryl exposed a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if you follow my Facebook trend, Andre, since before Beryl came, I say in a matter of weeks, we go know a lot of things will be exposed. Because how the economy could be so good? You make in 23 months, you make 1 billion from the CBI. You boast you meet money. You just plunder $22.5 million on independence thing. Then you don't have God knows what you do with the 530 million. We don't know what you do with the 100 million US from the Saudis for climate thing. And 2 days after burial, you're painting this doom and gloom about the same economy, what you were saying it was the best thing since sliced bread. Something no right.
Something no right. Something ain't right. Something in the matter besides the piss.
The new National Party presided over COVID-19. And Andre, everybody did not lose pocket, Andre. The public workers did not use pocket. The country functioned. Now you're trying to tell me the only thing is to beg for funds when you're supposed to have contingency at least to take you through about 6 months, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
The same economy you're saying the best thing. And Dennis Matthew Connell, Honorable Dennis Matthew Connell, he was on GBN not too long ago saying, go and ask the shopkeeper and them. Well, I asked the shopkeeper and them. And all of them say things bleak. They say prosperity not visiting them. Because you tell me to go and ask them. I went and asked them. And a man say in his lifetime that he was he ever see things. And that was before burial in 100.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, they're trying to blind the people. Here how the thing comes so coconuts and the thing you read. You're asking multilateral people to ease up on the debt.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Deferred payments.
And all of a sudden, what you saying you couldn't do, like the bushing and thing, you just start to do it. Who fooling who?
That's, Carl, I wait to see how the government is going to handle their travel issues again. How are they going to start?
Like I say, a lot of things will be revealed. Again? Let we see. And there is some there are questions they doesn't want to answer to, you know, the travel bill.
Mm-hmm.
Because Andre, listen this thing. And we talk about leadership. For all intention purposes and all reports we were receiving about burial, a picture was painted, Andre, that burial go do some devastation. I guess even the morning or the day before you was here with Mr. White?
Yes.
And Mr. White predicted Kariku would be in Tata because they will get the front end, the back end, and other ends. And it was true to form. At least he had a thing on it. And you had MPs on the government side leaving the country and going and gallery in the diaspora.
The girl was there too?
Who?
The girl.
Yeah, the deputy PM was there too.
The girl, the Minister of Mental Health, she was there, right?
Yeah, the deputy PM was there. That's why Dennis get a little blind for the cricket.
Oh, I was wondering what happened.
No, the deputy prime minister was out.
The deputy prime minister was out.
In the diaspora.
Oh. So
then Andre.
Okay.
Let me get down to the crux of the matter.
Somebody's asking this question. Answer the question. What about Francis Pierre, guys?
No, he did, no. You okay?
Yeah. I guess they want to know if he's going to be on. Yes.
Like, he tell me he might be, he will come Friday.
Yeah, he's going to come today.
He coming today?
Yeah, he's well, based on the conversation I had with him, he should be here today. Yeah. So, folks, look out for him today at the usual 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Why is the colonel in St. Vincent was trying to allay the fears of the Vincentian population by giving them information and advice, and advising even all the police to make sure that all the vehicle tap up and so on and so on. Miss Motley, who a lot of people big up in prime ministership in the region. Dr. Rowley and others was speaking to the population and allaying their fears as to what go on and the preparedness. The star boy in Grenada, he say he get an invitation to go and watch cricket.
So he gone.
So he go.
So he gone.
And then the gravity of the situation still didn't visit him. He ensure that he riding up and down with the, they say the RSS plane. I don't know if it's true. What to go in Antigua?
What is instead of coming to his island, which is
closer to Barbados?
Not just closer to Barbados. It is basically the first island to be affected, based on when you look at the coordinates. The first island to be affected,
right in the path of burial.
By burial, it is being reported that he went to drop off his brethren.
Yeah.
Or his friend, or his partner.
He go all up to come down.
He go all up.
So when they say...
So, Red, that's a plane ride like that.
That tell you, the guy talk out buy 2 plane, he traveling, he have affinity for plane ride.
For plane ride. He like plane ride.
Yeah.
He like plane ride.
So, there was the...
There's Mr. Pierre coming on and say, on target will be on today.
On target will be on target.
On target will be on target today. So
yeah, Andre, and after this, the whole nation was waiting to hear something from the Chief Harvey Coe. He come in the Weezer night to talk to the nation. And people still saying, Andre, he take out a few PTN, they say that leadership, taking out a 2 PTN. But the level of preparedness. So, Andre, I'm not surprised with what going on in the Sister Islands and so on. Sister Islands, Andre. Because the level of preparedness and leadership was woefully
inadequate.
Yes.
Someone is writing something here. And I want to read it. Silo. Is it silo? Mm-hmm. Okay. Whenever you start blaming others and don't have the proper solution, there are some incompetence in addressing the problem. First, get your language right. Alright, silo, first thing, get your language right. And second thing, they don't pay me to run country. They don't pay in Carl Keaton to run country. We are mere bystanders. And based on that, we can criticize based on what we see and based on what we hear. You could criticize us too, because they don't pay you to be no broadcaster or to be no personnel on the radio. So you could criticize us too. That's okay. But just let me let you know that yes, I can criticize any single thing that comes my way. I choose to criticize, I could criticize. And any single thing that comes your way and you figure you want to criticize also. Don't stand there and call people incompetent. You're incompetent because you can't phrase properly. You don't know how to write. So therein lies your incompetence.
So Salem, you go under the school? Or you born big?
I don't know.
Andre, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou Petit Martinique said, if you want cheap representation, pay cheap.
Pay cheap.
He paying these people a lot of money.
Well, yeah. So what?
So we expect more from them.
Yeah.
They're getting unprecedented amount of money in the history of Grenada as ministers, Andre. 15,000 plus another 10,000, 25,000 of the people's money going in their hands, so we expect better. So we go talk about it. If all they want it, it don't nice for all you know. So they don't want nobody talk about nothing.
That was the same set of people that do and ask for the government to cut their salaries in Ivan.
That is the same set of people that encourage people to pay job just the other day.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what will happen now.
And people write, so now you don't have no rights.
Somebody is saying 10 days now, no electricity in the area in St. Patrick.
I put some part in Snail Hall.
Let me just let folks know. It has and continues to be a serious challenge for Grand Lake. It has and continues to be a serious challenge for Grand Lake. They are working with real speed as far as I'm concerned. But there are areas that have been so devastated that what they need to do is, and what they are doing is handling areas with lesser problems in relation to returning power. There's some areas where they'll have to do some replace lines based on what I'm seeing. Have to replace lines, have to replace poles and all these sort of things. So there's more infrastructure into getting power into certain areas in St. Patrick. I empathize with those who don't have. I empathize with you. But I say to you that the brothers in Grenlec and the sisters in Grenlec, they are working around the clock in relation to getting power to as many people as possible at this particular point.
To use a phrase from your good friend Clifford, they're giving a good account of themselves.
Yeah, they are giving a good account of themselves. So,
Andre, one time we was traveling down on the western side and we was having a conversation. And you indicated to me some friend of yours tell you, it's better to say nothing. Let people assume who you are.
Yeah.
Then you start to speak
and
you confirm
that you're an idiot. Winston White. So says Winston White.
Hi, Andre. You have what you call checks and balance in every society. For this period, Real FM commentaries happens to be the check and balance for this administration. And all criticism or information ought to be taken in good faith, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
And the simple thing I always say, Andre, if they feel what we're saying is not what it is, just prove to people what it really is and shut us up. They don't have to, make all this song and dance and beat up and thing. Because we welcome a healthy debate.
Okay, Silas said that they weren't. Silas says I was not referring to your comments. Okay, no sweat, but just so you know,
as Bonji say, we are one family.
Yeah, if we interpret it that way, then we'll respond.
So Andre,
hold on, and the mere fact that you say you weren't accepted, we apologize for hitting you on the head. But just so everybody know that we big enough to apologize, right, Carl?
Yeah, they say when you could apologize, he's a grown guy.
Yeah. All right. So Silo, we good.
So Andre, we didn't want cheap representation, so we paying for good representation. So give us. If you walk in for 15,000 plus 10,000, which is 25,000, give us $25,000 representation. So an NNP for $7,000 gave a very good account of themselves in Ivan and Emily. So for twice as much money, Andre, what, 3 times 7, 3 is 21.
104 for 7.
Yeah. You have to give us 3 times the representation NNP give us. So no hanky-pankying and excuse making. I don't want to tell us all the contingency fund, but you know all the transformation fund.
Why do you feel that they're so very protective of the Chinese houses? Why are they so very protective and they don't want people to go into them? Why do you think that is so?
The Prime Minister in his first budget say one of the things of making money for this government is the disposal of government access. Yeah. So they see it as one of government's because the Minister of Housing still talking about money and selling it. She was in some briefing and they had the evidence by way of clips. We just don't ready to clip it yet. She's still talking about selling and bring your money and before you get the thing. They have no intention of giving people the intention of the houses, which is sad. And in Carriacou, there's a particular situation for housing now, Andre. A building back in Carriacou wouldn't take 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. It's a slow grind, Andre.
108 for 8. My team. It's still my
I don't see nothing.
It's still my team, Carl. It's still my team.
But as you say that, Andre, there's some news coming from the West Indies set up what was song in good. You realize Shy Hope abandoned the captaincy of the one day 50 over?
No, I wasn't paying attention to that.
You realize Ravman Powell abandoned the thing at the T20?
And the guy retired from all cricket?
Huh?
Andre
Russell? You see there's some friction with the coach and Ravman on him, which is not a good sign. Have you been reading the comments of my champion recent time? He write a book, you know? Brian Charles.
No, I haven't. Do you realize, Carl, that the National Democratic Congress administration does not have a very good track record when it comes to delivering housing to the people of Grenada?
They never has.
Yeah. And they continue with this.
And you know, not only housing, the Chinese housing is something the National Democratic Congress has always had problems with. Remember in 2008, they say, well, give us half of the house and some money in we hand. Then the houses were built now, so it's like they're using that. Well, restorative justice is going to punish. They're using that as a punishment. You might say, now they feel how they go get house. Because they always had issues with this Chinese housing. In so much as they say, don't give us all the house. Give us some house and some money. The same houses on them now. Which is really sad. And the situation now, like in Carrico Warrants, well, even here, in St. Patrick, Andre, you leave our people.
Yeah. John, devastated.
And you have them house in Mali up there?
Yeah. I can't seem to understand how the government is operating. Carl, every press conference that the government has had since the hurricane, I'm seeing the Prime Minister in all of them. Is it because of good leadership, or is it because of the lack of professional people within his administration?
I want to believe the latter. Because he cannot allow them, because he feel they go make sleep up, they go sleep up. How the American they go out a gaff?
Yeah. Worse than Joe Biden?
Well, Joe Biden just decided to give up the thing.
Give up?
Yeah.
When you give up, oh, you mean give up the presidency, yeah?
Oh, yes, you find Joe Biden no be no credit to himself. You want Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe is real Sleepy Joe, boy. I was Sleepy Joe in one of them debate, and I genuinely felt sorry for Sleepy. That Sleepy shouldn't be around.
And Carl Caton is a good guy, and I believe that Carl Caton is one of the most wonderful persons I've...
And Joe Garney.
All right, Carl, can you respond? And Carl says, well, I don't understand the final statement that Andre made, and I don't think he even understands it for himself. Oh my God, Joe Biden is dead. Do you think Donald will win the election?
Oh, yeah, I feel for us. No. But I say Democrats looking news that they might have to put somebody else, which I don't know how that will work out.
They could.
Yeah, they could.
Mm-hmm.
They calling the girl name?
Which girl?
The girl name got mentioned Michelle.
Michelle who?
Barack wife.
Oh, please. You're crazy. Stop that.
So if you brag, Michelle go, you was on Sleepy Joe?
Michelle only stood out because she was by the guy.
But the guy go be by her?
You want to hoodwink black people again?
Well, black people allow themselves to be hoodwinked.
Nah, man, we ain't taking no hoodwink again, man. You're mad out. You're crazy out.
Not people only in America girls get hoodwinked. You know. People here get hoodwinked too.
Well, yeah, so that's why you want Americans to get hoodwinked again? Come on, man. Do better than that, Carl. You crazy? No. But, I don't know.
But you know, Andre, we always see when we speak out the National Congress, National Democratic Congress here, we always say follow the money.
Yeah.
There is no doubt that this disaster will have a major impact on the fiscal and financial and economic situation of Grenada. We are talking about hundreds of millions of dollars in losses and hundreds of millions of dollars to rebuild, said the Prime Minister. This is going to be long and difficult.
I want to debunk something instantly here.
Tell me.
And somebody saying, oh, leave Joe alone. Same thing they said about Keith Mitchell. He is old. We are not saying that Joe Biden is too old. We're not saying that.
No, we never speak of age.
He is incoherent at this time.
Yeah.
Keith Mitchell has never been and will never be incoherent. Don't get that twisted.
Dr. Mitchell has all his mental faculties intact.
You understand? So don't get that twisted. We ain't talking about the age of Dr. Mitchell. His age, I ain't in no discussion here right now. Because, and put it this way, you know, you would have preferred to have him
in charge now
than who is in charge. End of story. End of story. So watch, behave. Good morning to you, Brenda Phillip. How you doing? What? No, I just get vexed, you know. them things that just do so and just get me real upset. I understand. We're talking about Joe and his age. Joe age is his age, and I not my age. Me ain't bothering about
that. One thing I doesn't do, Andre. I talk people on the age.
No.
They're not me to see.
No.
Because the whole thing about here is these people affinity to do, you see, they don't have what it takes, Andre, to decide or to separate the party from government. Because, listen to the sad thing, Andre. While I was walking through Granville yesterday, I met two ladies and they came up to me and they say, Masakal, we get a little walk on the road and real pressure. They say, you know, why they give NNP people walk. You understand the level of what's going on in this country here? And they don't want people to talk about our country. Let me talk about, the government doing a good job. But if the ordinary persons, Andre, have issues, the lady say she go to work and pressure. They say, I don't know what they give that NNP and them work for. So, like the government resources happens to now be for only the Congress people. Then a gentleman who used to be a security in a school, Andre, for close to 15 years, has indicated to me when he got wind of what is going on, he went and registered a security company with the belief that he would apply for the contract for where he's been working for 15 years. So they know of his capability and ability to perform. And they tell him,
Somewhere in Grenada, there's a security company has persons working. And based on information that reached me through the grapevine, some people who are working in this company, in this particular company, they are performing security duties and can't even climb the steps where they are. Do you understand? So how can you do security and not be able to mount the steps where you are? That is a problem.
You know what that reminds me of? That is typically the eating of food thing. The eating of food, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Andre, I know persons who are employed with the government of Grenada and has indicated to me that they was advised to go and open a security company, register one, because they go get work. And that was happening in this country, Andrew. Selective relief.
Mm-hmm.
And that things which we must speak of. And burial shouldn't stop us from speaking out that, Andre. Because the people are hurting, Andre. You have people who are hurting by the actions of this administration. You tell me a man walking, one work with government, he have another blight, and he's still opening a security company.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like when I used to work in the police, you know, man used to say, he's Mr. Wantal. He want all, he want all.
Everything.
Yeah. Nothing for nobody else. So it's like if you believe in the Bible when you see the multitude was fed 5 loaves and 2 fishes, Andre. And then the disciples bend down and pick up 12 baskets of crumbs. They eating from the table and fall along, they still bending down and pick it up. It's like they eating a banana and they eating the skin, everything. They only be nothing for nothing.
They eating the stock or not? Nothing for anybody.
And how that could be right? Why the resources of the country just happens to be for one set of people, Andre? And burial wouldn't stop me from speaking of those things, Andre. I empathize with people. It too shall pass. But going forward, we cannot give the government a free pass for doing this nonsense.
No.
The Prime Minister still at this stage in a disaster, so he's trying to hoodwink the people and saying, oh, I know about the thing, but I don't know the contingency fund. Because the contingency fund is the one that goes against what he's saying.
Not only that, it was prepared. It was done by the Keith Mitchell administration.
So you don't want to give credence for that?
Nope. Keith Mitchell has said right on the station that he is willing to assist. And he's also said nobody has given him a call and say, hey, can we work together? Do you know a couple of things that we can do? No.
I had that discussion recently, Andre. And I said to the gentleman, look, Dr. Keith Mitchell has a wealth of experience. Because experience is the greatest teacher, Andre. Was the most cruel of all teachers. Because you're born to learn. In disaster management, REIVE and MLE, disaster NDC from 2008 to 2013, and COVID. And Grenada came out of all these debacles better and stronger, Andre. The financial people of the world credited until other countries came here and copied the model. And yes, then it's the shopkeeper and them and all see things was better that time. I thought one of the first things the Prime Minister would have done was to seek counsel from Dr. Keith Mitchell. Even though he didn't want to do it publicly, I still believe Dr. Mitchell would have assisted and advised.
Yeah, of course, because he's a reservoir of talent. Let's not get that hook.
But Andre, let's not forget, after the NDC won the seat of governance, Dr. Mitchell sought out the present Prime Minister and offered. And it was not nice, those persons who was around the present Prime Minister at the time, it was not nice, his narrative after the phone call. Because he believed only in NNP time people used to talk and leak information. People are leaking information about him too. They say with the derogatory tone and words used after that phone call. If you have any piece of advice to give Dr. Kit Mitchell, and people go say are rigid, don't call that man. If he call you, deal with him, but don't call him because he go say the same thing again. Because he's a guy who have no respect. You have no respect and listening tone even in those press conferences on him. No empathy. He's like he's a robot guy. You listen me, you listen Ralph, you listen Raul, them listen. How the song is very empathetic to the cause. Ralph even know and then have to stop and wipe his eye. But this one here watching with a straight face and trying to mama guy people, he don't know about the contingency fund. Old lie, old far-fetch. Because knowing how he pride himself and how proud he is, Andre, you never find out and don't know about the contingency fund, Andre.
He knows. He just want to bamboozle us. That's it. That's all he wants to do. Continue to bamboozle.
When was to take more money and to increase from 9% GDP, the fiscal responsibility, actually Fiscal Resiliency Act, I think is 13%. He knew all things for them to take more money. And the catch was, let me give opposition MP 10,000 too. So when they talk about it, we will say, I'll get it. Let me give them $5,000 when they talk about it. Say, I'll get it. Because he's not genuine.
Has never been.
And now, at a time like this, the aftermath of Ivan, when all people reeling, because we have friends, Andre, we have acquaintances, we have colleagues, we have families who are affected directly. So it's an impact on us, because we go have to conversate with them, we go have to give them assurance, we go have to help in ways we could, Andre, if we means afford us. So it affect all of us. You're trying to come and bullshit the people and tell them you don't know about the contingency fund. And he has the ability. And the thing about him, and he don't stop in this nonsense, Andre. Every time he comes on to speak to the nation, he have some lie he must lie. Like he can't go through the whole thing and don't tell a lie. And that is concerning. Because as Prime Minister, you need the people to trust you or to believe in what you say. But when you're speaking to the people and they cannot believe, they always have to say what you take what all that you say with a pinch of salt and wonder that man speaking the truth by. There are problems, Andre Donald. And leadership matters in times like this. Even leadership didn't matter no time. What the nation resources have been plundered. And Andre must remind people 530 million get blow out in 24 months. We stop here about the 100 million from the Saudis. The supplemental budget, and we don't hear anything about it. We hear a figure of $22.5 million used for fun and frolic, but we don't get a breakdown. Although they say is 1 year, we are wait. But you go and ask multilateral corporation to ease up on the debt thing because you want another reason to plunder the nation's resources. And persons must stand idly by and don't say nothing. So, you saying about you want debt restructuring, but you don't telling us about the contingency fund. You keep talking about billions and millions and millions. But what you have or what you should have, you cannot give you account for it.
The 20 million. That 20 million, where is it?
Because they make all kind of song and dancing, Andre. Out of 1 billion in 23 months.
Yeah, so the 20 million, where is the 20 million?
I met a young man in a food establishment in Grenville. And he was like, already on the radio, they talking a set of nonsense. In 23 months, $1 billion now, a fortnight after thing.
You balling.
You're thinking about.
Don't ball, man. Stand up and take it. If you is a man, not like a man.
And
if you is a man, stand up and take it.
Because the first 20 million was supposed to be in the contingency fund, Andre. You could have started to use that before you make all this pronouncement. Added to that, Andre, your main puts of revenue, Andre, is functioning.
All out, 121. 9 cut, 1 LBW. That's not good.
We're in the month of July. England and them like to play West Indies in them kind of months of the year.
It's ball swinging.
Yeah.
Goddess Bella, you haven't checked in this morning. Somebody wants to know what's up with you. They know that Beryl went into Texas. Not too sure if that area where it went into Texas, if that's your area, but Goddess Bella, you did not check in this morning. We know that you always do. Here's hoping that tomorrow morning, God's will, you will check in. And to the folks who listened on 91.5 this morning, we say thanks to our engineer, our engineers, Quincy and John Phillip. They're the ones who are able to at least bring up the 91.5 frequency. We thank you so very much, guys. And we look forward to pretty soon time having 91.9 back on track, back on target, Carl Caton.
And if you check the debutant take 7.
Yeah, what's his name again?
Atkinson.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you got like 7. So that's about it, Caton.
Yes.
Yeah. Your next rodeo here will be on Friday.
God's will.
God's will. Yeah, you and the guy. You and the guy. I believe that maybe Mr.
Senior might be here too.
Yeah. So he probably will be with you. Thanks again for stopping by. Although it's your show.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate that.
I'm really happy to be here also. We could continue to give the nation information and facts. Because all what we say, Andre, is not opinionated and it is the real thing. So I hope they don't play the ARS with the people, continue to play the ARS with the people this morning. Why are you looking so sad, Andre?
I'm not sad. I'm just laughing here because I'm going to read it for you, Carl. And I'm going to put it up here. I want the person to know that we put up all comments. Why are you guys not talking about all the money the convestors took from Grenada under Keith Mitchell? It shows you guys are on one side. Now, I want you to honestly tell me just who the convestors are and what monies did they take from Grenada under Keith Mitchell. And by the way, get your spelling correct. It's not KWT. It's KEITH. Keith Mitchell.
And I want whilst you are 100, tell him, be specific.
Yeah.
Let we deal with them.
Yeah, be
because specific. We don't afraid to deal with.
Yeah,
no, be specific.
Don't throw things in the air. We not fall, so don't throw corn and rice and thing in the air and hope that we go joke it on the ground. No. Be specific and we will deal with you. And when you're putting up a name for because you're hiding on social media, put up a name.
Let me leave the person. The much talked about Shrimp Farm project in Victoria is still a go-to conversation when NDC gets stuck in responding to achievement in the last 24 months, employing the usual smoke screen. So what is we are accustomed with that? Why the issues we talk about this morning, the contingency fund and all that, why they do debunk what we say?
Debunk it.
Anytime they get stuck, they jump up with this thing. Come out. You could hide behind whatsoever name you want, but let me discuss the issue about the contingency fund and the Prime Minister refusal to tell the nation how much money lies therein. That is issues. We don't afraid no issues. And any other issue you want to bring up, just bring it.
Come with it.
We don't afraid.
As Leroy Callis, the black stallion.
Because I know they like to talk about the shrimp farm.
Yeah.
So come with it.
Come with it.
Let me break down the shrimp farm with you.
And okay, so the person put up shrimp farm, chicken farm. Okay, fine. We'll take note of that. Take note of that, Carl. Friday morning, we kind of out of time now. Friday morning, we're going to deal with you on that. Have a nice day.
Yeah, man.
Have a nice day, friends. Take care.
I know, you know. I like to bait them to go where I want them to go, you know.
Yeah.
And they going where I want them to go, the shrimp farm and the fall farmer. They I wanted them to go.
All right, Carl Caton, thanks again, brother.
All right.
See you on Friday morning. This is Real 91.9. Stay with us, friends.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return.
Grendek Community Partnership Initiative.
Leicester is